Alright, today we're going to be talking about this new email worm that's been making the rounds lately, and it's pretty cool. And it's been dubbed the Here You Have worm by a lot of people because this is the email that is sent whenever you run it. But it's also been given a different name, a much cooler name. It's called VBMania. Awesome. Anyway, VBMania is, it's a real throwback to the old days where malware was sent through email, and once you got infected, you didn't just sit there, you infected other people. And the way this worked was that somebody would get an email saying to check out this PDF or this video, and it would have a link to a PDF or a video, but the link would actually take you to an executable with the icon of the corresponding program, whether it be Adobe or a Windows Media Player. So people would run it, and they wouldn't get anything, and three big things happened. Number one, it's going to steal your browser passwords. That's a given with pretty much all malware nowadays. The second thing it does is that it installs itself as the default debugger for pretty much every application. Now, what does this mean? Well, basically, whenever you run certain processes, the malware process will run itself as well to, stay on the machine. And another thing it does is changes the, the default shell. We've seen that done with a rogue, but we haven't seen that done with, a worm, at least the one that I haven't looked at. And it will set itself as the, default shell and explore, so that you'll get to your desktop and it'll run. The third thing that's going to happen is it's going to send itself. So let's see if we can make something happen. And it uses the name csrss.exe, which is obviously ripped off of a Microsoft process. So we'll wait for it. Hopefully it sends something. Ugh. It's not going to send anything. That's really unfortunate, because I wanted to see what the email looked like, but, it's the best we can do for now. Let's see if it's changed it yet. Yep, here it is, explore.exe and see Windows CS RSS.exe. Now, the spread of this, you really don't need to be worried if you don't use a mail client on Windows, like Outlook or Thunderbird or anything like that. If you're using only webmail, like, Gmail or Yahoo or whatever, you're going to be safe from this. And you're most likely going to be safe from outside networks doing this, because your ISP will definitely pick up the spam message and kill it. So you don't need to be worried about that. And the fact is, to get this infection, you are going to have to run a file. And if you already don't trust files, you're probably good to go. And this really only affected a lot of people in the workplace, because the within the workplace, the filters, they weren't picking up this spam. So there's not really much to worry about in VBMania. It's pretty cool to see a classic worm, but yeah, that's about it for VBMania.